And welcome to another episode of Stock Talk. I am your host, Mike, and with me I have Cameo and I have Noodles. How you gentlemen doing tonight?
Not too bad.
Looks like we picked up Cameo. He was at Lone Star Steakhouse. You want to give a plug for them or no?
That's all right. You know, you get one of those porterhouse steaks.
I knew a guy that they called Porterhouse at I used to know him. He's called Porterhouse because he used to every time he used to eat that place, he used to freaking give him gas, dude, and he smelled like Porterhouse. So check that out sometime. You guys don't want that nickname. One of the first stocks we're going to talk about is WEED, Canopy Growth Group. Everybody is talking about this today. I don't know why, but we're going to find out. Do you wonder why, or did they get high on their own supply? Is that why they gave them free smoke, and that's why they're talking about it, guys?
Because they want to choke.
Looks like the last tick on this one was $3.96. The resistance is starting to come up 10/24/2022. Going into what would you say they do here? They engage in the production of medical cannabis. The firm operates through the following segments: global cannabis and other consumer products. Global cannabis segments encompasses production, distribution, and sale diverse range of cannabis and cannabinoid-based consumer products in Canada and internationally pursuant to applicable international domestic legislation and regulations and permits. The other consumable products segment encompasses the production and distribution of sale consumer products from stores and Bickle. This works BioSteel and ancillary revenue sources. It focuses on the treatment of chronic pain, seizures, muscle spasms, nausea, and loss of appetite.
That's what I need. I need some of that stuff, dude.
They probably, or just get the magic mushrooms that some of these companies sell too. That might help.
I don't want to hallucinate that much. I just want to get rid of the spasms.
The company is headquartered in Smith Falls, Canada. So we're going to go on to StockTwits in a second because that's where the real traders are at. First, we're going to go
shrimp on the barbie.
Yes, as long as it stays with the medical stuff. This is why we've discussed this before. With all of it going legal and stuff like that. As long as they stay out of the recreational part of it, because what ends up happening is they start playing games with it, and it's not as nice.
It's all right. Donald Trump will be back tomorrow.
Okay, so Noodles, this might hurt your eyes, but we're on CNBC. I know that you want to burn the screen off, but we have to cover what the alphabets are saying sometimes.
They're from Australia, huh? Put another shrimp on the barbie.
You notice how 2 in 6 Americans are behind on rent, but CNBC is covering the weed there. So you know how they like to try to get you going on that. So they got to talk about something else because CNBC's got the economy in the pooper. The pom-poms
groups are very much into that, but
yeah. So, hey, at least they're talking about something decent. Smoke if you got them. So, Canopy Growth looks to speed up entry into the U.S. cannabis market with a new holding company. Yes, and we don't want that on there. There you go. Does that bud look good to you there, guys?
It looks delicious.
Mr. Big is Bud Good, isn't he? So, if you guys don't remember
that's
that,
emoji Kush or Blueberry Kush.
What about Maui Wowie?
Maybe some Maui Wowie.
So the Canadian Cannabis Canopy Growth and Tuesday consolidates U.S. assets into a new holding company to speed up entry into the U.S. market. The company said the creation of Canopy USA will reduce the cost to tap into the U.S. market, which projected to be more than $50 billion by 2026. Marijuana is not federally legal in the U.S. As growth of the U.S. cannabis market continues rapidly at the state level, the strategy enables us to take control of your own destiny and capitalize on a generation opportunity to its largest cannabis market in the world.
Cigarettes.
So are they getting out the pom-poms for this, or is this too early to say they're trying to get the hype up, even though some of us were on this stuff way before they had the pom-poms out for this? What say you, Noodles, on this first?
Like I've said in the past, as long as they stick with the medical aspect of it and leave the recreational part as it's legalizing across the country, because they start playing games with it, and I don't want it played with like they play anything else.
Is it a conspiracy theory to think that since messing around and things like that with some of the
I smoke 2 joints in the evening, I smoke 2 joints in the night.
You can name that song. Who wrote that song? You will not get a prize. So is it is it too much speculation, Noodles, that they're
Finding
messing with the
roaches
seeds?
in the park.
So do you guys think they're playing with the seeds right now and things? Because some people are saying out there that you can't grow them anymore too, without.
3 years running for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
my
you know,
tomato.
this cross pollination and hydros and pronics and all this other stuff, they're just ruining the buds.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as good as it used to be. Like when I was in Woodstock, listening to Carlos Santana getting high up there. You know what I mean?
Were
That
you at
stuff
the
is good.
1992 Woodstock, or were you at the one from back in the day?
Dude, I was at the good one with Carlos Santana and
Jimi
all those
Hendrix.
guys. Jimi Hendrix, bro. I was
Oh,
blazing
you
weed
weren't.
with
So
all
you
that.
weren't there. You weren't there with like MTV Party to Go or none of those guys.
Oh, dude, when I went to MTV Party, that was like spring break, MTV, Miami, Florida, dude.
It was a sperm cell for that concert.
So going on to Market Watch, Canopy Growth speeds up U.S. entry to the U.S. cannabis market instead of waiting for the federal ban to be lifted. Canopy Growth is expected for the U.S. market to be worth $50 billion by 2026. And there you have the ladybug on there. It says Tuesday it will no longer wait for federal legislation to buy 3 U.S. cannabis companies and the opportunities to benefit a strong growth rate state by state cannabis sales. U.S. shares of CGC, weed, and Canadian Cannabis Company announced consolidate its U.S. assets for the new holding company for Canopy USA. The goal is to lead the North America Cannabis Company. Canopy Growth CEO David Klein told MarketWatch the creation of Canopy USA marks the logical next step toward the goal, he said. So going on, we have the alphabets right here, guys. What do you have as far as your takes on this so far of what you read, as far as what you've seen?
Well, I'm like I said, as long as they don't start messing with it and they stay in the medical, it's each year they're finding out more and more good stuff it has, for us, and we benefit from it. So it's always going to be there. And like I said, they're legalizing it more and more. And as long as they leave that alone, and let people grow it privately,
So going on the boards, there's some panicking here going on again, guys. We are seeing some people on the boards. We're going on StockTwits because that's where the real traders are at. Some differ.
Hold on, I have to call you guys back.
Okay, so Noodles, we're on the board here, and it says CA tanking again. So it looks like he's so if he, I wonder if Eco Dude can go back and explain that. He says CA is not good. From the captain, he says this is a burning dumpster fire. He's got a bearish take. If you invested in this, I feel bad for you. Is he coming in too hot here, Noodles?
Yeah, it's definitely worth looking at. I mean, like I said, it's got more and more good qualities. Every time you turn around, you hear better and better things about it, and it works on just about everything.
Do you think the captain's take on here is he's just trying to get attention from people, or do you think that he really thinks that this is really not a good company? Is what he's saying? This is just a dumpster fire. Do you think that we're just writing a dead cat from the alphabets on this? And do you think he's correct, or you just think that he's just maybe trying to get cheap seats or things like that?
I think it's got great potential. I just I just have my my beliefs about it. I would I would definitely keep an eye on it.
You also have S3 S5 ACC says, remember, there are tier 2 companies that will slowly outdo tier 1 companies. That's weed, CA, and ACB and Cron. Yeah, Cron's always been trending back and forth, and you can freaking go back to that one. That's been a short seller's dream since like 2016, wouldn't you say? People have been shorting that thing, making dough in and out like crazy. So I know this is not a short promotion show, but I'm just saying there's been a lot of people that made money on Cron stock, if you can recall there. So you have Stock Queen WO says, Selling my wheat shares. Don't trust this short-term rally. Plowing to PFT. So do you think that this is just all Alphabet driven by news as far as some of the gains here, what you're seeing? And do you agree with, because some of the people on here saying, yeah, that I've made my dough and I just don't trust this and I'm out, because no one can trust the Alphabets with a lower rating than the U.S. Congress. The media has lower ratings of trust for any stories compared to Congress. That's pretty bad there, huh, Rudy?
Oh, they've been shot since forever, but you know.
Well, no, it's awful funny that in 2007 and 2008 they destroyed on the economy, and now all of a sudden it's crickets about all the bad things that are going. This is worse than the 2007, 2008 economy. You just haven't got
like
the
maggots,
yet.
not crickets.
Mm-hmm. We have crickets in the media, all with nothing talking about the economic damage, because if I was them, I would actually just start covering things and everything like that, because people know what's going on unless you just don't have any financial skin in the game. But you should, if you can't afford to go and buy a whole gallon of milk for your family. Then
yeah, right. You can't go out and buy your weed and invest in it at the same time.
You're not going to have any money to buy weed if there's no taxpayer to
Hey,
tax.
he changed the draws.
Why? See, though, that on here now that we're back here, guys, this is why you need to check out the boards before you do some of the trading, because you do have some good takes on here. So with the Alphabet news that we read, the traders on this stock, a lot of the real traders on StockTwits are like, pump up the jam, pump it up a little more. Won't you do it? They're calling this a complete pump up the jam by the Alphabet media. Are you guys thinking that's it too?
No, not really.
Well, they're trying to get the federal spin in there, because they're trying to get. That's what you don't think this is a pump up the jam right now this week. I'm just talking about this week, not the company, just this week currently, because there's people out here that are saying they're freaking out.
Yeah, well, they want to do federal, so this way, for the elections, they can make it look like, we're looking out for you.
They're not. None of them are ever looking out for anything. They do not care. Either party, uniparty, they don't give a crap about you at all whatsoever.
If they were, the Northeast would have some oil.
Yeah. The stock ninja. This is going to be an interesting take for you guys to analyze. Weed, bad stock, can't make a dime, won't even be profitable, even if it's legalized in states. Guys, do you think that's true, or you think he's coming in too hot here?
He's coming in hot.
Yeah, I don't think.
If anything,
it's definitely.
I haven't seen anything. Oh, go ahead.
I think it's going to go places. I just, as long as it stays medical, I'm
maybe
fine
not this week. Yeah, just not this week, because it's a short week, and there's tons of shorters on this board here. I'm just telling you that straight up right now. This thing is ripe with shorts in there. But to say that you're not going to be profitable, we'll see what happens, because as you've seen with Curaleaf and some of those other companies, they started out small, and obviously they took off. So they're not, and Curaleaf's not a Mr. Thank you very much stock or anything like that. There is a store bias. SNDL has had its growth. I've heard so many trolls on that thing, and they've totally got SNDL wrong. Do you guys remember Sundial Growers that we talked about earlier on? They call it the meme stock, which is to make fun of the retail traders. You saw that take off in and out and everything like that, and they left that one for dead. So I'm not going to write this off. When you make some of the bullish takes or the bearish takes on here, it does make you suspect that you're trying to get people to sell off to buy the cheap. I'm just saying, am I wrong reading that, guys?
No, you ain't. I mean, you're speaking the truth, bro.
Mm-hmm. Some people are saying that all the gains are gone from yesterday, and that's because the Alphabet news has been carrying the cooler for this one, and you get the pump up the jam going, and everybody pump up the volume, and then you get close towards the end of the weekend or close to the end of the rally of it, and then people peace out because they're still playing the dangerous short game. But as we all know, the cookie does crumble when everything falls out. What do you think? In February fallout, January, or
it's all day, every day fallout. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
Stocks.
Let's see how cold the weather gets.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's definitely going to be a cold 2023. So Make sure you got money in the bank for your power bills too. So just saying. I'm pretty much done with this one. I'm not going to say anything negative on it. I'm not going to say any. I'm just saying it's short week, but I'm not going to just write this whole thing off. I'm not going to side with the alphabets on it either. But I'm not. I still don't think it's not bad to put it on your watch list. What do you guys have?
Yeah, I'd watch it.
What about you there? What kind of bud do you have right now? What?
I'd probably sleep on it for a minute, huh?
You'd sleep on it for a minute?
Yeah.
Do any of these takes kind of make you a little wary of it, or you're just like whatever?
No, I'm just like whatever. It is what it is. I mean, I got
so
many other. I got so many other stocks I got to keep track of and watch.
Doesn't it
I don't have time for all these.
Doesn't it sound suspect like last night with what is it, freaking NSAV, where everybody is just like totally just freaking, this thing just it's a sub penny and they're complaining about it.
You see, here's my take on it. I don't know these people. I'm just going by my own, personal thought. So, regardless of whether the Mickey Mouse Club or not.
Mickey Mouse Club. Going on to the next stock we have is MULN. MULN Automotive. We've covered this before, and we're going to do it again. And we are going to go to the website because the website looks pretty interesting. I don't think we covered the website in a while. Looks like they did an update. Going on to as far as what would you say they do? Last tick on this one, it looks like was 0.5250. Going on to what would you say they do here? They operate in Southern California-based electric vehicle company that operates its various verticals in business-focused automotive industry. It operates synergetic businesses, Car Hub, a digital platform that leverages artificial intelligence to offer an interactive solution. Division-focused, advancing battery technology, emergency point care solution. The company was founded in April 20th, 2010, and is headquartered in the People's Republic of Brea, California. So going on to, we're just going to go straight to the website, and then we're going to see what the alphabets are saying about this as far as what's cooking in the news there. Ownership in Bollinger Motors Incorporated. Should we view the announcement?
All ash.
With nearly 50,000 reservists, critically acclaimed B1 and B2 consumer trucks with potential customers with upfitting like Con Edison and Wabash and medium-duty trucks across 3 and 6 acquisition accelerates Bollinger's delivery of the Class 4 EV 2023 Bollinger to leverage MULN's solid-state battery technology and expertise. So that was the newest news break that they are writing. Going on to the site, this looks pretty good there. You got the 5 pure electric SUV crossover accepting reservations, $100 refundable deposit. They have it. The range on this one, guys, is 325 miles. Electric limited, 155 miles max, 3.2 per second, 0 to 60 there. You can reserve that one now. Do you like that car the way it looks? I'd say it's a start.
Hey, did I see a truck on that site somewhere along the line?
Yeah, that's the big old. That's the one that Cameo is going to have to judge if we go in to look at this one here real quick. So you can see that's the SUV crossover, not my style. Is that your style for anybody you know there, Cameo?
Who makes that? What company? It
MULN.
almost looks like the Ford Mustang, the Mach 1 or something, the Mach 3, whatever they call it.
This is MULN. It has been trading back. It has been trending back and forth. A lot of people wrote this one off for dead. Yeah, this is MULN Automotive. Some don't like it. They say that it's just to pump up the jam, but who knows? You never know with these things.
Phone for a second. Don't move in it. Don't move the screen. I got to look at that for a second. Okay. What kind of truck is that? Is that a garbage truck or something?
It's an electric. Yeah, it's like a heavy duty truck. They have electric dump trucks. They have electric semis now. They got electric everything. Here, I'll call you.
I haven't seen this one before, and this website is vastly improved from before, Noodles. You do have the Dragonfly coming soon here. This is a pure high-performance electric sports car. It says, imagine what's possible. The estimated range on this is 236 miles. Electrically 125 and max 4.6. 145 miles per hour. Distinct luxury. Flowing lines, sharp, continuous MULN Dragonfly distinctive style, and ethereal beauty. The sculpted carbon fiber body adds a futuristic element. MULN Dragonfly is available in 6 standard colors with multiple color design options for buyers to choose. On 19-inch forged aluminum wheels that also come in 2 colors. It also comes in aluminum body, features a BIW 516 with approximately 38 pounds lighter than traditional steel vehicles. So that's the MULN Dragonfly all aluminum body frame. You also have the carbon fiber body panels. 29 components with carbon fiber body panels with Dragonfly flyweight with 103 pounds in total. This is over 40 pounds lighter than the steel and 20 pounds lighter than aluminum alloy. You have parallel for your driving pleasure with dual 4-wheel drive, provides multiple driving modes. So this is all everything with that. And there's your battery pack. That's the rest recharge. What's that?
Go ahead. You just mentioned it. I was going to ask you, are they going to be the same batteries as in a Tesla and everybody? I mean, are they all using the same battery or are they different batteries?
I'm sure they'll be different, but the components will be the same. I'm sure they'll be different. There's probably with Tesla, obviously there's the copyrights and all that kind of stuff with who they, there's probably, or it could, I don't know.
Got to start making them cheaper in order for them to be.
That's what some people have accused. That's what some people have said, that like they said, oh, this is just a knockoff of them and everything. I think they're a little different. I don't see comparison at all. It's almost like comparing 2 cookie companies like that are going right now between Dirty Dough and Crumble Cookie. There's no comparison between the two. Just like these guys in Tesla, there's no comparison to me, at least to me there. And
to improve those batteries, to make them, stronger or last longer or more, make them last longer. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You're going to get more expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to and last longer and make them cheaper. They're going to make them last longer and make more money on them. So, because they know they're not going to be selling them as often.
Yeah, and the thing to think about as well is that there's going to be a power crunch. You're going to have to buy, if you keep on cranking the way you do, you're going to have to outsource your power from China because they have the most coal power plants. And then you'll also have to, it is not environmental friendly like they say it is to go and do what they do. It's very damaging to the environment, to people. And I'm not a cooler carrier for anything like that. I'm just stating the obvious of what's going on. I'm getting beyond the pale of the alphabets for you there. So it's not all roses and for how they do everything there. What about these fleet?
The word we were looking for before with all that mining, was it lithium?
Mm-hmm. There's a lithium, cobalt, all of it there.
Yeah, that's the word.
You also have the MULN 1 EV fleet. It comes at no surprise that commercial fleets are the main contributors to greenhouse gas emissions. That is totally true. For the future to free fossil fuels, businesses need to be available to lead the e-mobility movement to going green with their vehicle and fleets. Yes, they need to, because not only for the environment, but also for human beings as well. In these types of buildings where fleets do work like that, it is not good for the employees to be sucking in exhaust when you're enclosed like that. So a lot of people get sick, and the employees also, when they drive the vehicles, a lot of the vehicles with gasoline and things like that, they do get sick inside and get clam baked in there. I've noticed some people that worked for FedEx that basically passed out and had to go to the hospital because they were exposed to too much carbon monoxide. So they did get carbon monoxide while delivering poisoning because their car leaked. So that is one thing that this could help with doing that, but you also have your fires with these, have you seen, so that's not good either. So there's pros and cons to everything. It's not all roses. You have to point out the differences, but they'll make improvements as they go along. Do you have anything to add there, Noodles, on this so far?
Up till now, not really.
We're spending a little more info. We're giving people a different take on the website, not carrying the cooler pom-poms for the stock or the company. We're just giving you the models there. I don't think we've ever covered the new updated site there. So it's pretty interesting. The vehicle is based on, and as a lot of people know out there, we're not huge Kool-Aid drinkers in the green energy. We're covering it just because it's out there and it's trending, and we're not going to bias your view of you make your decision of what you like. We're just covering some of the stuff that's on there. This vehicle is base class 1 cargo van, 38.7 kilowatt battery pack in the rear, wheel drive electric vehicle. The vehicle has a modular 1.4 cubic feet cargo area, is easily adapted to different client configuration requirements. The vehicle range is plus 155 miles plus. So that's huge right there. The maximum payload is 2,400 single speed, 155 miles. So there you have it on that one. So we pretty much covered enough there. And let's just see do you have anything to add on this one so far there, before we close on the website there? And I'm going to go to the twits.
The electric vehicles, but there's two things you got to take into effect. One is, I'm all about them, making it and investing into that, but I would keep it. I would keep it until after the sales and make sure you don't get the downfall after all the recalls. And this is still all new technology and stuff. And and also the other thing you have to take into effect is this winter. See how they fare when there's no oil and there's no gasoline and there's no electric running the power plants.
Thing that people don't realize, and if you want to have a good take on power, go find Dave Bratt and some of your other. There's another energy economist out there, and I can't recall his name, but Dave Bratt's one of them. And one of the things they talk about is that the technology has not come along to have all these millions of vehicles out there, and you have a way to capture and hold some of this green power, but the technology hasn't come along enough to completely capture everything, and so you're not capturing everything you can. The technology will come along, it just hasn't came along as far as to get all of it.
Right now,
that's what the goal is.
The oil. You can't have it without the oil because and the coal. I mean, you can't electricity without it.
And we're just saying this from a normal analysis. We're not cooler carriers for oil stock or anything like that. We're just, we're trying to give you an open-eyed take on this. So going in,
that one guy that took a trip and had it running on a generator. He took
there you go.
1,000-mile trip, but he still had to pull over because of, it would use up more than it was getting juiced up. So he'd have to pull over and let it charge up to a certain point and then take off again.
They're still getting the bugs out of these, and so just don't get your pom-poms out for all of it yet until you actually see what's going on there. So you also this is going on to Stock Twits because that's where the real traders are at. You have Cristobal. He says, I can see IGO bearing a city rental car. Anyone that used can leave somewhere for a fee. Not likely will go stolen, but has a kid that may be fun modding them up. Never know. 11 grand is definitely affordable. I will pay that for a year of my work truck. So there you have that. It's exactly right. He like what he's saying. These also have to become more affordable. You are going to see a price correction in vehicles. Some of your used vehicles are also being held back. Reported to me from a person in the car industry to be named later anonymously. So there's a lot of used sales that used cars right now are being withheld back for reasons we will see in the coming 3 to 4 months. So going on to, as I'd rather walk than been seen shoving around an IGO. Just saying, that is true. That IGO is pretty ugly, the yellow one. Don't you think they're Noodles?
Yeah, I'm not into most of them yet.
That thing looks like a freaking roller skate, but hey, that's all. Sometimes people can afford that. They only need to go a couple miles, and it is what it is there. Let's see what else we got. You have one having the girl with the flamethrower. Says no more shares left to borrow. The retail bears are going to get burned. This guy's coming in hot, calling out the retail people there. If they get caught in the short, then it is what it is, because you don't want to. That's the thing, is a short squeeze. It's going to be interesting to see how that comes out tomorrow there, huh, Noodles?
Yeah.
Because this has been on again, off again the past 2 or 3 weeks. the promos come out and everything as far as in the Alphabet news, and I'm sure there's promotion lists and things like that, and people get caught because they get caught into the hype, and then people sell off, and you're caught with holding with the bag there. So beware of the bag. If you're not sure about risking anything, then you need to do paper trading like we talked about, right there, Noodles? Like last night when we were telling some of the people, paper trade the sucker, and then you're not risking anything. You have fake money. You're doing a fake account. You're not spending your own money. You're just using monopoly fake money, and you're learning how to trade. That's what you need to do. So, total novice here. Have been reading all the posts and all the responses. Got to hand it to you. You have legit responses and print to back it up. Yes, that's from Chico 2022. The people from StockTwits and all the twits on the board, they always bring their receipts and they have real and legit takes. It's one of the best boards. That's why we go to it, because you get takes from the real traders out there. Wouldn't you say there, Noodles?
Yeah.
And no, StockTwits did not pay me to say that. I just am. It's been a popular board for a while, and you got the real traders out there that are on there. Got a bull take from Trade in Canadian. He says, "Laugh out loud. You bulls too dumb to take advice from a CEO himself who predicted the stock would be worth less than a cent after a reverse split. Good luck to get out before it's too late." So this guy's coming in hot. He's calling Trade in Canadians calling this. He's calling this that this thing's going to do a reverse split, and it's going to go down it's going to go down pretty hard. Do you think he's just coming in too hot here and trying to get people to sell the cheap seats, or do you think he's got receipts to back that up there?
I don't know what kind of receipts you could have at this point yet.
Yeah, so we'll just have to see how that plays out. He might be right. I don't know. So we'll just have to see how that out. MULN, this is Timmy208. He says, all right, and can't say the word because it violates everything there. It's going to make money or not. I bought 1,000 shares, 5,240. I'll buy more. He says, I'll buy more if you dipshits agree not to pull off another at-market offering on me again. What's the float or now? He says, what a shiz show. These guys, at least they have more catalysts than ABCT. That is actually one of the best takes on the board. I've seen it, actually the most entertaining. What'd you say there, Noodles?
Yeah, that was right to the point.
Yeah, it was to the point. He came in. So you have decent takes here. I like this board. It must be decent for the board when you have the retail traders there out on this one. So we're pretty much done with this one. We covered more than what we had to. But we wanted to give exposure to the website, and then you got to have the take of the real traders. So we'll see you in 2 and 2. Peace. The next stock we have is TSHA, TSHA Gene Therapies Incorporated. Last tick was $2.59. Going to the chart now, you see some resistance here where it's popping up on the screen. You got your little arrow there from 10/25, 2022. We saw the resistance pop up, and the chart, we are rising right now. We're trying to go back and figure out why. Going into what would you say they do here, they're a patient-centric clinical stage gene therapy company which engages in the development and commercialization of adeno-associated viruses, AAV, based on gene therapies for treatment of monogenic diseases, the central nervous system. It also develops multiple gene therapy platforms which enable AA9 discovery, novel capsid, and novel dosing. The company was founded by Jean Grey Burge, R.A. Session II, 2019, and is headquartered in Dallas, Texas. So going on to StockTwits, because that's where the real traders are at. What we have here going on, I'm seeing mixed takes here and there. I've got to take a bearish take. This comes from Sophie 1258. She says, because it needs a little time for a bullish trap, people, under 2.3 tomorrow. She copied Trading Fund. This is not necessarily the main point. Trading Fund 01 says, my initial point was, why are the two stocks not going down significantly with the offerings being on the horizon? 10% drop after hours for the stock that ran 100%. That's the reason why, guys, is because people are shorting out. If they can get out, they will get out quick because they are trying to escape and get their gains. That's what they do all the time when the alphabets come out and pump up the jam. Let's see. Johnson Yo Fat 15 says smart people have already taken profits before the stock dumps today because announced the big offering today. It's not a bad take. Let's see what else we have on the boards here. There's a lot of promotions. It's spam, spam, spam. Spam IM. Nice movers today, $3 before they pulled offering. Good play either way. Hope you guys took some profits. So everybody's in here celebrating because they made some Dollaruskis. Hopefully they make good Dollaruskis tomorrow there, Noodles. So sorry, on this board, we're going to go straight to the website. Do you have anything to add so far of what you've seen as far as the sentiment on the boards there, Noodles?
Oh, seems like everybody's cashing in and watching.
Yeah, so we'll have to see where this plays out tomorrow. I would not be surprised if it was in the red, because shorties are they're gonna salute their shorts tomorrow. I'm sure a lot of people will, because they're trying to take their profits. The thing about this is that when you're in a nowhere to run, nowhere to hide economy, the shorting will catch up to you eventually, if you know what I mean. So, but hey, congrats to anybody that made money. You made money, that's great. If you make money every day, you got to do what works for you. I'm not your boss. So I'm on TSHA, bringing new life and cures to new life. TSHA Therapies, they believe in a world where monogenic CNS disease can be eradicated, and believe what world was within our reach. I will say something about shorting before I go into more of the website there, that with this, just be careful when you're shorting, just because one of the things is you could be missing out on something that could grow bigger. Don't miss out on your chance, but also be careful. And if you think that you do not know what you're doing, you need to go to paper trading, just because you don't want to risk something that you cannot risk. So to make an informed decision, obviously, do your DD and try to do paper trading if you're a rookie there. What does TSHA mean? It's a world of Caddo Native American languages as ally or friend. When translated, also means Texas. We're committed to being an ally to a rare disease community. The vision was assembled in the right places to help make it a reality. So there you have it. The recent news from them, we're going to go into that in a second. Don't want to bury the lead there or anything like that. The most important thing that we're going to cover is the pipeline. Why is that important there, Noodles?
Pipeline.
Their pipeline basically outlines what they are doing as far as what they are working on. They're working on the TSH 120, 102, 118. We're going to go to the first one. It is in a clinical stage, a gene therapy program being treatment for giant alloxyl neuropathy, GAN, which is a recessive and central peripheral nervous system loss by function of gene mutations. So there's the vital vector, which encodes the full length of the paxitome protein. So there you have it on that. That is that one. Let's go to the next. This thing, 18. There's also treatment for the Rett syndrome, one of the most common genetic disorders for severe intellectual disability. The 102 is constructed for a neuronal specific promoter and coupled with the mini transgene and version of MECTP2 and miRNA responsive autoregulated element. You also have being deployed for treatment for CLN1 disease, also known as the infantile Batten disease. So you have those things in the hopper. Now, why is these important? The important thing is that with these phases that they do, they will eventually hit on news breaks, and what like you have right here, which we're going to cover. When they hit on news breaks, what happens is that you ride those news breaks, and that is why you want to find your right price point to where you know your buy point, so you can get in when you decide that getting in is right for you. You could also get in, like I said, with paper trading, the fake trading, not real trading, and play that one and see how you do that way too as well to teach yourself. So going into Yahoo Finance, we're going on to what the latest news break was on Monday, October 24th. They're emerging leader in development of AAV. We know that, yada yada. Astellas is investing $50 million to acquire 15% of the company and to receive exclusive option to obtain exclusive license to TSHA 102 Rett syndrome and the giant alloxyl neuropathy. They receive a certain rights and related to any potential change of TSHA. So this is one news break you have right here, Noodles. You have those other things in the pipeline, which I talked about. As they go throughout their different phases and things like that and approvals, you obviously see your gains if that. If not, then they lose money, everybody sells out, and people bounce, or if they don't have any funding or anything going on. So they also work on TSHA, adeno-associated viruses and gene therapy development programs for treatment of Rett syndrome. So we're going to have to see how that plays out, how they keep on coming forward. The takes and the boards look healthy and things like that. So we'll just have to see more how this comes along. I think it is definitely a stock that you can put on your watch list and investigate more. What would you say, Noodles, on that?
I would watch, but I'm not familiar with this stuff at all, so I'll be honest. So,
Oh, I thought you were going to say don't make it a dog show and good night now. That's where I was trying to give you the cue there, but I could say it if you want.
Hey, it's up to you. But
Okay, well,
AOC is dumber than a broken clock. It's right twice a day.
Yep, and make sure you get out and check out the stocks and check out everything and watch your wallet. Don't make it a dog show. And good night now.